Yeah. All right. All right. Love you. Bye. Copy, copy, paste. All right, we should be fine, guys. I don't like how it's kind of inverted, but that's life. That's we just got. All right, so what I have here is this painting right now. Um, it's not much, but I kind of want to do something with it. As you can see, I got like red stain. Also, the camera kind of sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best quality, but it's something, you know. Um, so I'm thinking I'm gonna paint this pink. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I wish I could tell you why pink, but it's just it's just the color that came to mind. Now, oh, so I ain't got water. Let's go get water. Hold up. All right, I'm back. All right. So what I'm thinking is that it's gonna take a lot of coats to get the pink completely covered the image. At first, I don't know. This painting has been a lot, but I'm thinking how it's gonna take a lot of coats in order to um get onto here because I mean pink is depending on how dark I want to make the pink. You know, I'm probably thinking more red than anything. Um, if I was to call, what was I gonna say? Yeah, more red than anything because no, I don't want to get a what's it called? I don't want to get a terrible color. What was I gonna do? Right. So in order to get that kind of in order to make it a dry faster, to get the what's it called? Um, to cover the whole thing pink and to make it go by quick, so then I can paint on top of it. I need to make the I need to make it thinner, and how I can do that is by um, what can I do that by? I can do that by putting water onto the paint, making it a little bit thinner, so then it can dry a little bit faster. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that pink, it's more like I don't even know how to describe it. I want to say like a spiral, like a like I don't even know how to tell you guys, but I don't even know. But hey, I should be really well at knowing the color that I want. Um, maybe a little bit too much red, so then the opposite of the color could be what's the opposite of red? Red, purple. Shit, I don't even know. Let's add a little bit of blue. Why am I adding blue? You ask. In the color wheel, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the color wheel, um, the opposite color is called the what is it? I forgot. I know monochromatic is the same color, different shades. Um, I forgot. I want to say synchronous, but I know that's not right. um, um, what's it called? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, but the point is, if I use the color opposite to the color on the color wheel, it can lower the opacity of it. So now you can see it's not. It's kind of like a poopy color now. I don't like it, but I'm gonna make it a little bit better. I'm thinking this is a good pink right here at the bottom. This one right here, that's a good pink. So I think I'm just gonna start by covering it up. It's a nice pink. I mean, I'm not gonna get much done today. Probably just covering the painting. So a little bit about this painting. This painting has been, again, it's been a lot. Right now, if you can see, there's kind of like birds. At first, I was gonna do my family as different birds, but I was like, no, like I don't like that. Um, and then before that, but I was kind of gonna be a Shrek. That that's a that's an interesting idea. I'll take into that consideration. Thank you for the recommendation. But before that, it was gonna be this town, this nice Mexican town, but I don't know. I just didn't end up doing that. Um, so now I'm just kind of um, painting over it. I don't know. With this canvas, especially, I feel like I haven't gotten that, what's it called? That idea, like, oh, this is what I'm gonna paint. So when am I ever gonna just start painting? If it doesn't look good, then it doesn't look good. I don't know. Um, I'm just painting just because I feel like it feels right. Kind of with the idea of painting and art. I feel that a lot of people decide to. Carly, you can't donate. I don't know how to set that up. I think I'm waiting till I be 18 to set that up, but I don't even know because you need like so. Let me tell you about that. So I tried did setting it up. I was looking on sources, and you kind of have to, what's it called? You kind of have to have PayPal. A lot of the people use PayPal. They don't use credit cards. Um, they don't use credit cards to take in money anymore. They use PayPal, and in order to have a PayPal, you have to be 18 or older. And clearly, I'm not 18 or older. I'm just about to be 17, so it's like, what? Give me a year, you know. Um, but yeah, um, what's it called? But yeah, so back to this painting, this canvas. This canvas has been with me forever. I feel like I never got onto the canvas. I've had it for years. There's a sketch I have somewhere that it was supposed to be that, but I was like, I'm never gonna get to it. And so I think it's fine as a sketch. I don't know. A lot of things are fine as a sketch, and I don't know. This pink is a good pink. I can feel it. I definitely want it to be pink, pink, pink. And we got Mexican Bob Bros. I want to show you guys some previous paintings that I have here. Let me show you because I don't want you guys thinking, oh, like nah, like this, bro. This painting, nah, bro. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. All right. Please tell me y'all didn't leave. Y'all didn't leave, right? I still got how many I got here? Two. All right. So my first artwork, I have this one. It's my car and the minions and Fred. About this piece, it's called what's it called? It's called Growth. Um, it's this idea that you can't, for example, in a tower. Let's say life is like a tower. You can't take off the earlier steps of the tower, the earlier steps of life. You can't take out your childhood, your innocence. You can't take that out without the tower falling, right? So you have to have that structure of who you were as a kid, and that has to stay there until you grow. I think, like, there's a lot of trauma and sadness down there, but it's kind of like learning how to not live with it, kind of just accept it, some of the sense. Not avoiding it, but learning how to live with it. And that's the base, and then you keep going from there, and that's basically what this is, kind of an image. My childhood, starting with Fred. I had this Fred toy that I had, and then on top of that, we go into my middle school. I was obsessed with minions. I'm not sure if you guys know me for a long time, but I was obsessed with minions for a long time. So, and that's a part of me. I mean, as long as I think it's corny now, but that's who I was. And you got to kind of accept it in a way. And then finally, I'm not finally, but for this piece, I added a car because that's kind of where I am. A car is is you're it's a killing machine. It's tenses. It's like kind of a sense of you're driving a machine killer. You have that responsibility, or maybe working on it even. Um, so that's growth right there. Um, Another piece I have is called um, what's it called? Cat and Wheel. Kind of basic for the name, because as it says in the title, it's a cat and a wheel. Um, with this, I'm not sure. My goodness, I'm not sure if you guys can see it very well. This camera is a little bit off. I apologize. But, excuse me. But what this project was, it was more of like, yes, it was a picture, right? So the teacher set up different stuff, kind of lined up, and we have to take pictures from it, and kind of, so it was, everybody was kind of doing similar things. My friend did something similar like that as well. And what I like about this one is that that I didn't like charcoal. The material that's used is charcoal. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with charcoal. It's like, I don't know, it's like flaky. It's chalk basically in a way. And I just never liked it. I never liked the material. What's it called? Some artistic. They call it. I forgot what they call it. But media. I never liked the type of media. Media is kind of basically your art tools. I didn't like the type charcoal media. I like the material. I didn't like it. It wasn't my favorite. But I'm happy I got to experiment with it and kind of like learn, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna just like I'm gonna try this out. And it was definitely hard. It was definitely hard. I think the hardest part was I forgot what she called them, but these like little lines thingy in a wheel. That was definitely the hardest part. But I feel like I learned a lot. How kind of to use one color and shadow basically this, like, and then using your shapes and all that, and then like this is supposed to be a cloth. I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, and like the shiny, I don't know, all that cool stuff that I don't even know. I have this other one. This one was also kind of cool. I feel like, again, all these taught me a little bit about myself, and like taught me a little bit of this one is it's like a cutout, like you kind of cut it out, and it's like, so it started off with as a black piece of paper, and from the black piece of paper you kind of trace it out on the back, like it was like this, and then I had to like trace out and like, or not trace out, but like use the image that I wanted and then cut it out, and then it came out like this. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the movies that are here. I have La La Land up here. I have Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then, oh, you can't see the gun. You can't see his gun, but he has a gun. I don't know if you guys can see his gun right there. Hold up. It's like a gun right in his arm. And then you have 10 things I hate about you. And with this project is called unconventional love. Unconventional love is like, I'll love you no matter what. I love. I don't know. I think definitely. But at this time, oh shoot, excuse me. At this time, kind of, I was obsessed, not obsessed with, but like rom-coms. Rom-coms, I love rom-coms. They're always gonna be my type of. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh shoot, I lost my. Never mind. Rom-coms are always gonna be my favorite type of movies. And so yeah, that's what that is. Kind of a sense of love is important. Love is definitely. Oh right, like love is everywhere. In La La Land, which is a good thing. It's not always like, oh, like happily ever after. No, it's not always like that. I'm not. Spoilers ahead for La La Land if you haven't watched it yet. The two people, they kind of love each other. But then they kind of have their different ideas. They grow apart, and then in the end of the movie, what their wants, like their wishes and their goals, come true, but not together. I like that, and it's not always going to be happily ever after, but sometimes you grow with people, but then you kind of grow out. Does that make sense? And eventually you kind of get what you want. I don't know. It's life. That's how life is. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's a very interesting movie. They're hitmen. They're hired. I don't know what they are, but they're like assassins or something. They're trained, but they don't know. Like the husband doesn't tell his wife, and then the wife doesn't tell the husband that they're like this, right? They think they're just normal other people, right? But then their companies, like the people that they work for, hire hire them to kill each other. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's kind of interesting. And so they're killing each other, but they don't know who they're killing. And then so they're like, "Honey, I'm home," and then but it's like you're trying to kill your wife, which is kind of funny. But yeah, um, but yeah, again, you're killing your unconventional love. No matter what, you guys are fighting against all odds. The people want to see you dead, but you're fighting against all odds. Like what? And lastly, 10 things I hate about you. I mean, um, what was that one about? That one was about like kind of like yeah, like it's kind of the traditional, like oh, I did it because of a dare or something like that. But then it kind of wasn't a dare. I guess it tells you that emotions or feelings do evolve over time, and um, they're true. Like they're meaningful. Um, and that's what that one is. And then lastly, oh my goodness, you guys all left. I was wanting to show you guys the painting that I did, which was kind of cool. Um, so let's see. Anybody else here? I hope you guys are here. No, it says zero. It says nobody's watching my stream, but I don't know. This is one that I'm kind of no, I am very proud of. I am very proud of this one. This is my piece right here. What's the piece? I actually don't have a name for it, believe it or not. Maybe I put a name for it somewhere. But this is my art piece right here. Um, Put it up in the camera. Um, so this piece was a self-portrait of who I am. It's kind of also like adding stuff around, like what makes you you, and it was a great question. What makes me me? I guess this year I was kind of figuring out like who I am and what I want, And I definitely think I figured it out eventually. Um, Over here, it's kind of like each thing explains something, Like obviously, I don't know. Does it look like me, guys? I don't know. Hold up, where is it? I don't know. But I still could work on him. But I don't know. I put like stars and all these different like that's my free emoji. I don't know. I'm very musically, and I don't know. I think like if I were to walk, I would have all this kind of like expression. This dragon right here. This like, dragon. Like I don't know. At first, it was just a dragon because I freaking love dragons. Dragons are amazing. They're like, rah! I don't know. Dragons are awesome. Like dragging these nuts across your face. But yeah, dragons are awesome, and I don't know. I feel like eventually it kind of look if I don't know if you guys see, but like the dragon is kind of looking up at me, and I like that. I really do like that because I feel like this dragon could be my as a representation of my younger self and who I was. I know I feel like I'm talking like very like oh like this guy knows no, but like I don't know. I don't know. What's it called? And and yeah, and he's kind of looking up at me. Oh shoot, he's kind of looking up at me, and I want that to be my younger self. I want my younger self to look up at me and look at me. I owe myself a lot. I owe my younger self a lot of who I am and who I want to be. And the things I want to do. Um, and then over here we have penguins. A penguin. This is a baby emperor penguins. Baby emperor penguins actually are very, bro. They're the freaking bro. They're the only living beings that be born in the roughest winters, bro. It be freaking snowing -50 bajillion degrees, and they're chilling, bro. Um, they go through the worst in like only 5 weeks. They have to fend for themselves, and he's holding a sunflower because I really love sunflowers. And then there's Nemo. Um, I had an imaginary friend named Nemo, so I just kind of added throw that in there. And I also need to fill up the space. So, and then also these slap hands, I remember them from my child. They were pretty awesome too. And I freaking love sandwiches that are on the triangles. Those are amazing. And then right here, I have this phrase that I always say: "How's life?" I don't know. I think what I like about that phrase is that how's your day is one thing. You could have a bad day, but I want to know how life's doing because your day could be terrible. But again, I asked you how life was, right? It's a generic, like very like overall. I want to know how you're doing. Life is always gonna be good, and that's all that matters. Up here in this corner, I have the yellow. I needed to include her in my picture because that's definitely growth. I don't know. I feel like me and Daniela growing a lot. And I threw this Nyan cat as kind of like a border, kind of give her own space. I don't want to segregate her for like not segregate, but like separate her from what's it called? My painting. I wanted to kind of give her own space to stand out, And I think I did a great way of doing that. And then a Nyan cat. I used to play this game. Where is it? Right here. I used to play this game, and then the yellow was like kind of cool with it. So yeah. And then so there's the yellow. She wanted a domo, so I just threw a domo in there, and then I started like kind of all these different colors because I think like her personality like snaps out, and I really like down here. Oh wait, where is it? Down here, I kind of just fades into the drawing, and I kind of just stop. Yeah, it's a really good painting. I love it. I'm proud of myself. So that's what I have so far. Uh, but yeah, so let's start painting back. Um, it dried up, which is good. Um, but again, there's still so much to cover up. Um, or maybe do I want to cover it up? I actually don't know what I'm doing, guys. Like I said, I kind of just covered it up and see what I'm gonna do with it. What was I gonna say? Yeah. I just kind of thought I was kind of just balling it. Um, I'm thinking of heading out like around in some maybe just finish this and then I'll come back some other day. I do want to finish up a painting at least for my summer. A painting of what is I don't know, just kind of a painting, something. Maybe the theme could be summer. I don't know. Maybe things I'm looking forward to. I don't know yet, but I'm not there yet. Right now, I'm just covering up some stuff to see how I want it. I want a base. I want a nice, beautiful base. So maybe I do cover it all up. You know. But yeah, that's life, guys. Oh my goodness, nobody's watching. Where everybody at? What's today? Everybody sleeping. It's Thursday. Wake up, guys. Ugh. This is a nice pink. I like this. It's a good pink. Really nice pink. Oh, that's a nice pink. That's a really nice pink. Alright, so now I'm just be painting. Just be painting. I feel like if you're not having fun, then you're not really doing art. I've always said that. You really need to have fun, or I don't know, feel some good positive feeling about it. Right now, like sometimes I could just throw my hands on there and then like, oh yes. But then sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm peaceful. I just want to do strokes. I want to be stroking it up and down. Um, maybe add a little bit of water so it thins out, so then it dries a little bit faster. Again, it's just about just having fun, really. We're not having fun again, just feeling good. I'm feeling really good. Feeling good. Nice. Everybody can draw. Everybody can do art. Everybody be like, no, I can't do it, bro. Yes, you can, bro. Yes, you can. 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 You guys can do anything you put your mind to it. It's having hope. That's really it. Having hope and having faith that you can do anything is really important. I think sometimes you question like, damn, like, can I do this? Can I do this? Like, yes, guys. You guys just need a little bit of push. And sometimes you kind of just need the resources. Where do I even start? A lot of people are giving the motivation, but aren't giving the resources and the tools. Kind of just like balling it. Not balling it, but I don't know. Life is terrible. Not terrible. Life is not. It's how you see it, really. It's really how you see it. You really have to look at the bright side at things. I know, and I know. Sometimes, like Kevin, like looking at the bright side, like you're really like neglecting like all the bad things. And like, yeah, but I don't know. I guess it's a balance. Life is about having a balance. Like looking at the bright side, but also looking at the bad. Like damn, like this is like I think I'm working on that too. I think everybody, and again, I guess one of the things is why bother being nice to people? Why bother even trying? Why should I? Why should I be the bigger man in the sense? Why somebody talks shit about me? Like, bro, like I'm gonna punch them. I'm gonna talk shit about them. But I don't know how I see it, it's like guys, we're going through life together. I hope you guys know that. I hope you guys know that we all will like want to like strangle ourselves. Just kidding. But all of us are going through something. Like, let's just go through it together. You know, that's why you should be nice to people. That's why you should be like, I don't know. Something like I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely slip up. Not slip up. I'd be joking around like, like, oh, like they look like Pikachu or something. But it's like, I don't know, being aware. Controlling yourself. Again, all about balance, really. Um, you have to go life together. You gotta really help people out there, make them feel good about themselves. But again, don't make them too feel good. Again, all about balance. Don't make them feel too good about themselves or they become snotty. Like, like you have to appreciate their pros and their cons. Look at that. Isn't that? Oh, look at that. Don't that look beautiful? You guys didn't even see. My back really hurts so bad, and I think it's because I'm carrying all this weight from what's it called, from the from the boxes from sodas at work. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I think I might add some here. Let's add some water, just to balance it out. Just to balance it out. Where everybody at, guys? Where y'all be at? Y'all acting like y'all got lives. Just kidding. I'm cool. I like talking to myself. Um, I feel like kind of talking to yourself, kind of really like speaking it out. I think speaking out. Speaking about um, half the stuff I said. I wouldn't like half the stuff I said talking about like, oh, like, yeah, blah 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 blah. It's really great expression. I wouldn't even say that naturally. I don't think I would say that naturally. I think it just kind of comes out. Emotions. I think emotions definitely influence the way you speak. Or the acts that you act on. I guess. I don't know. I learned what twerking was, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's just kind of like I kind of just I don't know. I don't want to tell you what it is, but if you really are curious, search it up. But twerking is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Look, and what I like about it is that you can get different perspectives. Like you can get really good, like look streaks down. I don't know. It's kind of fun seeing what you've been creating, how you're gonna do it. I have to say it. Never mind. I'm not gonna say this, but there's something in my mind. I'm gonna tell Daniela because there's something in my mind that's very like, oh shoot, what the freak. I don't know. It's nothing. It's something crazy. It's just observations that I make. Today at soccer, my brothers had soccer, and it was fun. Although you know how soccer can be, it's like every other sport, you can get hurt, and that's okay. But what's it called? Okay, I was trying to figure out who it was. Somebody had, I did swim, and I remember somebody had an incident, but I remember who it was. Uh, I was gonna try to figure out. Oh, right. So they had soccer and whatnot, and and my brother kicked the kid in the face, and my dad and I were there, and we were trying to figure out if it was my brother or not, and it turned out it was. I don't know. I didn't see a lot, but the little kid, he was upset, and I understand. Of course, he would be upset because somebody hits you in the face. You'd be upset. You wouldn't be too happy. Or maybe I mean, I think I would. I mean, not that I like it, but I think I have a really high pain tolerance, and I'd be like, oh shoot, I got hit by the ball. Let's get up and we out. But that's because I don't know. I kind of just developed that way. Not everybody develops the same. So yeah, and then it just be like that. And then I don't know. I just had a talk with him. I don't know. I think he was also getting kind of cocky too. Oh, like I'm too good for this. I'm like, bro, relax, relax. Um, and yeah, that's how that went. I love my life. I can't complain. I love where I am. I'm thinking about where I am right now. I'm not worried about what's coming or what happened. I'm worried about where I am right now. and that's all that matters. I really like this a lot. I don't know if you guys can see the streaks. Let's see what we can do. You guys see the streaks? Like there's like streaks. I don't know. Right there, you can kind of see it like down there.